Yo, 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 what's
Yo,
up?
yo, 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 what's up out there in the boxing community? Y'all already know who it is. Oh, we got a special guest in the building. Hold on, I'm gonna bring that young man in. Y'all
Okay.
already know who it is. It's the Rize podcast on the RIZE, not RISE. RIZE. Make sure you subscribe and like, y'all, because we've been on fire. They can ready to start handing out belts. We got senior carbs in the heavyweight division, undisputed. You seen
Mhm.
last night, senior carbs won 4 belts in his weight division. It's not a game. You got Coach Squeeze in the middleweight division, and we got a special guest coming in at 160 pounder. He's the Pee Wee coaches, but actually, he's everybody coach. This young man about to come in, he came to the gym, put the work in, and he been moving forward ever since. From the Upton family, one of our up and coming superstar coaches. You already know who he is. For the ones who don't know him, now you know. Coach Josh in the building.
What's up,
What's up,
fellas?
Coach Jizzle?
How
What's
y'all
going
feeling?
on, champ? I had to bring you in right, champ.
Hey, Squeeze, you gotta stop disrespecting me. You know you get the best intros, but stop calling me a special guest, man. Like I'm like, I'm like the third host that never come on the show. And he
Y'all,
already get fired.
all of this
No,
is Baltimore. You
no.
already know who he is. The third host of the show, Coach Josh.
Squeeze used to be having the best. No, Squeeze used to be having the best intros, but now I don't know what's happening with him now. What's happening? What's happening?
What's up, Johnny? How you
We used to
feeling
be
today, man?
good. My eyes hurting from these onions.
Oh, shit. All right, y'all, before we get started, we're going to get the sponsors out of the way. 5-time world champion in 4 different weight classes. You already know who he is. The hard-hitting, devastating, punching, knockout artist. #1 pound-for-pound fighter out of Baltimore, Maryland. You already know, repping the city of Baltimore. GT.
Okay, okay.
Redesigning minds, one mind at a time.
Man, it's a terrible connection.
Under Armour. I got to send you some hats. Do
Yeah, I don't know my big
you,
ass head can fit no hat, yo. That's why I don't be rocking enough.
and last but not least, the official gear boxing. All the boxers are wearing it. We ain't senior cubs waiting for the contract to hit the table. Box. Raw.
Oh,
What's going on out there, good people? What's going on? What's going on, man?
how
Where,
you
where
doing?
Josh?
You tell me.
Where Josh at?
He did something, I don't know. He be back.
My
There you
fault. I
go.
was trying to get my headphones on. I don't know why I can't connect.
What I already say, oh, I want to let y'all know something. After we got off air, I was looking at our numbers, and we got congratulations. We reached 1 million views on the Rise Podcast channel. So you know what I mean.
And 4,000 subscribers too. I just noticed
Oh,
that. I
yeah, I
checked
did.
too.
Yeah, 4,000. We have 4,000 subscribers. You know what I mean? 1 million views, 4,000 subscribers. We growing, we climbing, man. We on that way. Hey, you talk about we waiting on Box Raw. They gonna have to wait on us soon because now, man, we on the right path. We gonna
Oh,
be able
don't
to be
worry, it's
like
coming.
we gonna be able to be like yay or nay. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna have to wait on them. They gonna have to wait on us.
Damn.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's how we rolling. Damn. Yo, we about to cash some big checks.
You already
Damn.
you already ain't. I
Hey,
mean,
hey,
you're
hey,
not gonna be
Coach,
able to
no,
deny us.
go ahead.
You're not gonna be able to deny us soon. Like the channel is growing and blowing. You know what I mean? Thanks for everybody that's tuning in. I just set up yesterday for the membership, so y'all can feel free to become a member of the channel. I think when we go to New York, I'm gonna drop a bunch of exclusive shit on the membership channel. You know what I mean, for only the people that's members of the channel. Once we go up there, and give y'all some exclusive videos, backstage type shit. So, you know what I mean, look forward to that. What's up, Coach Josh? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling better than yesterday. I got to watch some good boxing yesterday, so kind of took my mind off of things. Remember, I was on here yesterday. You was like, Boots was ready to fight. By the time I got in the car on the highway, my cousin was calling me like, man, Boots done already knocked the guy out. I'm like, damn, he just started fighting. So I said, I got a head squeeze mouth today. But I did watch the highlights, man. Boots out here looking unstoppable. Like, I thought that. Go ahead, Squeeze.
You ain't gotta hear my mouth, because what happened when Boots knocked yo out, my TV went out. But go ahead.
I thought Mr. Clayton was going to give Boots I thought Boots was going to win by a stoppage, but I didn't think it was going to be so soon. I thought at least it was going to, be in the later rounds, but he definitely looked good. And Charlo just, I tell people all the time, that's the crazy twin out the twins. And man, he was getting hit with some shots where I was like, yeah, he going to win this fight. Cause I felt like, if Brown was hitting anybody else with them shots, they probably would have folded. And them first couple rounds, about the first 6 rounds, it was a draw to me. But then by the 7th, 8th, 9th, Charlo just started to take it over. And then
it was a draw. But go ahead, I'm gonna be rude.
The first 6 rounds. That's what they had even on the unofficial scorecard. Everybody was saying, but by that 6th, 7th, 8th. Man, that was probably one of the fight of the year. Go look at them first 6 rounds. It was a good.
See you looking at you like, baby, he ain't woke yet.
Out the first 6 rounds, how many rounds you gave Charlo?
On a serious note, Charlo said in his press conference last night, if you go back and look at the first fight, he said a lot of people was giving Castano credit for throwing punches. He said, if you look at it, if you ever been in the ring, this is what he said out of his mouth. If you ever been in the ring, he called the reporter a fanboy. That was totally disrespectful. Yeah. He said, if you ever been in the ring and the punches that was being thrown at him in the first fight, he was blocking a lot of them. He said, it sound like, go ahead, Senior.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm letting you.
It sound like he was getting hit. He said, but a lot of that he was blocking. So what he trying to say to you, it was almost like deja vu all over again. Castano was coming forward, throwing a lot of punches. Hold on, before I finish, let me bring the limp ball Swami in all the way from Baltimore, Maryland. You already know who he is, decorated coach. Y'all don't know, these guys had a host of champions. Y'all just calling out one. These guys have had numerous of champions in different weight classes. Don't get it twisted, all the way from Baltimore, Maryland, the limp ball Swami.
What's up, bro?
What's up, Coach?
But let me finish what I was saying. He was saying the first fight that it was giving Castano credit. It looked good. Limpo Swami said this before also, that a person could be throwing punches. It depends on what the judges are looking at. Because you said it, yeah.
He was getting hit last night. Fuck all that. He was getting hit last night.
They both was getting hit.
Yeah, he like I heard him say that, but he was getting hit. Castano called him clean a couple good times.
All right, let me finish. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
No, because I'm not saying that he wasn't getting hit. I'm just saying what he said in his rebuttal. Even though Castano was coming forward and throwing punches, he was getting hit last night a little bit more earlier than what he did the last fight. I seen it. but it could get tricky because Coach George and Limp Ball Swami made a point, and I think Senior, you said this before, if I'm not mistaken. Judges are around the ring. They got different angles. They don't
Calvin.
see. Huh?
Coach Calvin said that.
That's
Yeah,
a
they
good
don't
point.
see what angle that the other judge see. What you might see, he don't. So that's the tricky part about this. But by us being home, we see the whole spectrum because we looking at the fight. So I'm giving to Coach Josh answer. I'm giving out of the first 6 rounds, I'm a squeeze. My nickname 4-2. My nickname 4-2. I'm squeezing. 4-2, nephew. That's what I see.
I can agree with 4-2. I can agree with 4-2.
Let Ball Swami first 6. Give me a number.
I had Castano up.
Squeeze funny as hell.
Yeah, he ain't got the limp ball hat on. I don't know what the hell going on with him. I'm trying to figure. He's supposed to be the Swami. He got the limp ball up. Jesus help him. Boxing gods, what's going on with the Swami, man? What? The Swami? Hey, Coach Squeeze. The Swami was sitting on the left side of the ring. He couldn't see the other 3 sides. That's all. That's all. How he had I don't know what's going on.
Listen, the whole time Charlo was fighting for position. You know, Charlo can't fight inside, so he was trying to keep range. He was trying to keep his range so he can fight long. But Castano was in his chest, landing shots. They were both landing. I had Castano up slight like an edge in the last rounds of that fight. Castano laid back. This is what I'm saying. He laid back, and that allowed Charlo to get the range that he wanted. And that's when Charlo started landing, coming back. Then he took the edge back before he knocked his ass out.
Hey, Coach Squeeze, Coach Kenny, you been fishing down there while you was in Florida?
No.
I know they be saying they be coke floating around in the water. You know what I mean? While you out on the boats, I think you might have found a brick or 2, and you might have sampled it or something. There ain't no way you gonna tell me Castano was up in that fight. You make the Squeeze look good today, Coach Swami.
He was up.
No, is you saying he was up the first 6 rounds? Because by the 7th, 8th, 9th, Charlo won them rounds.
Listen, he didn't win the whole first 6, but he had 4 out of the first.
Who, Castano?
Yeah.
Hey, Squeeze, I know you're in a better mood today.
Last 3 rounds,
he fucking with that shit, yo.
He started falling back, and that's when his range and caught his ass. He got Charlo back in the fight.
Hey, Coach Squeeze, he just woke up. He went partying at the wood. He just got off the bike. It's 100 degrees out there. He was riding the bike in 100 degrees. He had a little, you know what I mean?
Everybody got their opinion. You can't.
He ain't got his animal shirt on. You know, he's not him without his animal shirt.
I do got his shirt on. You see this, don't you?
Now, one thing I can say about Castano, though, he backed Charlo up the whole fight. Even when Charlo would hit him with his best punch, he'd just keep walking forward. That motherfucker was like the Terminator yesterday.
The Charlo made him run into some shots here and there, but he was on his ass like white on rice.
So this is a question I want to ask you though, Swami. This is one I wanted to ask you, but based on your analysis out the first, I'm a little, I don't know what the answer I'm gonna get, but I'm gonna ask you. Squeeze over there having the ball. In that fight, right? You know, I seen a lot of flaws in Charlo. One was his inside game. It's not active enough for me. Like it's not the par for me in my eyes for Charlo. He gotta work on that inside game. How can he work and better improve the inside game?
You talking about Charlo?
Yeah.
He might not ever improve, but he had to make adjustments to do what he wanted to do. That's what make a fight a fight. He's 32 years old now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And
that's
also
he was moving around the ring trying to get the range he needed. He was making an adjustment that he needed.
He definitely was using some angles.
And what happened? He found the range that he needed because the last 3 rounds, Castano slowed down.
Yeah.
He was coming in.
You said the gas tank.
And that allowed Charlo to find the range that he was looking for the whole fight. Styles make fights.
So, and you know, basically, so like the way I seen that fight, Charlo won that fight with his left hand.
You see, we thought he had a shoulder injury throughout the fight, but yeah, that left hand he was putting work in.
Yeah, but so like with the absence of an inside game, and his right hand was used minimally, how can what would you say about how would you analyze that fight? Like if you was gonna be going up against him with another fighter.
I would take his left hand away from him. If I see that's the dominant hand that he was using, if that was his dominant hand, you gotta make adjustments throughout the fight. Come with a game, a beacon, whatever game you come with, you know. You gotta read it as the fight go on. Yep. Before the fight, I said Charlo by knockout, Castano by decision. That's what I said. And Charlo got the knockout.
Charlo definitely made the adjustments. He didn't stay on them ropes. He probably got on the ropes maybe twice, 3 times, where, you know, that's where Castano really started throwing all his punches. But Charlo definitely made the adjustments.
He did.
And it's hard to fight on your back foot for 10 rounds.
Supposed to do. A champion's supposed to be able to overcome it, versus make adjustments.
Would you say Castano ran out of gas last night?
Last 3 rounds. He slowed. Watch the fight. He slowed down. He wasn't jabbing no more. And that allowed Charlo to rest and get his range that he was looking for.
Is you saying that? Is that an excuse for him? Or did Charlo do what he had to do to break him down at that point of the fight? Or Castano gave it all he had in at that particular time?
He gave it all he had.
Yo, Castano fought the fight he's supposed to fight. On that grade alone, I give him an A because he didn't try to stay off of Charlo because he knew he was going to get plucked up. He stayed in Charlo's chest the whole time. But once I got to give Charlo credit for some people can't fight going backwards and have power on their shots going backwards for the whole fight. He
never stopped coming forward, but the last 3 rounds he wasn't as aggressive throughout the fight. He fell back off the gas the last 3 rounds.
What I'm saying, Charlo, Nico De Niro, thanks for
the support.
Nico De Niro say Charlo slowed him down. Yeah, you coming forward, you looking for the ass whooping. The ass whooping ain't had to come find you. You was constantly coming forward, catching shit. You know, after 6, 7, 8, 9 rounds of that, you know, you ain't hide from it. He wanted to break Charlo's will. And I ain't gonna lie, Limbaugh saw me like, look at his shoulder blade. It looked like it popped out. But he never said nothing when he went to the corner.
Let me ask you this question, right? You know what I'm going to ask you, Squeeze.
Come on, champ.
Kenny and Josh. So after seeing that fight last night, right? You know who one of my biggest opponents is for Jamal Charlo.
Come on with it.
Do you think Truck walks through Jamal Charlo?
I ain't gonna say walk through.
I mean, do you think he get the job done versus Charlo? Not walk through, but do you think he get the job done versus Charlo?
I'm gonna tell you why.
If he stick with the boxing plan, yep. And he bang with him.
Yeah. I think Tank a Truck take him to school because his knowledge is grade A, yo. You could go to the market in the egg section and you can see Truck name stamped on the eggs, grade A. His boxing skill is just impeccable.
The only thing the Truck haven't experienced yet in the ring and everybody got experience. He's been hit, he's been in fights, but he haven't experienced pain yet. We don't. Hopefully he'll do great, but every fighter have to experience some pain because it's sport. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for the pain, Chuck doing everything right, but he haven't been in that fight where a Joker gonna take what he give and give it right back. You know what I'm saying? So once he passed that test, I wouldn't say fight Charlo yet. Got some more rounds to put in. You know?
No, I ain't saying right now. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean, along the way. Do we?
I say tomorrow.
Not yet.
Tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, Truck boxes the shit out of him. Because his boxing IQ is off the charts. That along with the stick of the jab, he's southpaw. He love to throw that left and bite back with that hook. Plus Truck a body snatch.
I agree, Truck will outbox him. I agree.
And even if Charlo come forward on Truck, I got Truck turning him, touching him with the brick. But Truck got nasty ass jab too. That might be a jab session.
Charlo don't use his jab as much. You kept hearing me tell he don't use his jab
Yeah,
as
he
much.
did last night.
Chuck will do time. Chuck gonna do excellent, man. Excellent.
Charlo used to get a lot of flack. Well, back to what Kenny said, I do think Truck could be ready physically, like far as because I seen Truck spar goddamn heavyweights. Matter of fact, I seen Truck knock out heavyweights, and Charlo get a lot of flack for sparring Earl Spence in smaller fight, like 147 fighters to prepare for his fight. So I think, well, that headgear, sparring in a fight is different because once that headgear come off. But I think Truck will be ready physically. I honestly think if Truck would knock Charlo out in 4 rounds, especially by the time Charlo wait till Truck get to 20 fights. Like Truck, people don't realize Truck's still a baby right now. He's still 22. Like Charlo 3 years older than Truck.
Charlo like that and say 4.
Well, I seen Truck knock out a heavyweight with my own eyes. G seen it. But this nigga 200 plus pounds.
Let's do this.
With headgear on. I seen him knock out a heavyweight with headgear on. Think about that.
Let's do this. Let's be fair. Let's go around the board and say something nice about the first unified champion at 154. Let's do this because we don't want them to think we
I'm not hating. I'm not hating on
Charlo. We don't want them to think we hating on Charlo. So let's see if we could go around the board and say something nice that he did and how proud we are.
No, big shout out to Charlo, man. I didn't mean to say walk through at first though when I was talking about Truck. I didn't mean to say walk through. But big shout out to Charlo, man. He made history last night. Undisputed at 154. The first one to go undisputed at 154. That's a big accomplishment. So he in the history books already. You know what I mean? For being undisputed. I was just saying, like what I see. But big shout out to Charlo, man. That's a great accomplishment to be the first to ever do something with all the flack that both of them get anyway.
And African American.
Yeah. Gotta throw the African American in there. But hey, okay, so let me ask you this, right? Do he belong on the pound for pound list?
Yeah, you gotta put him on a pound for pound list.
He can't hide, man.
He fought like eight world. He beat everybody he lost to or had a draw with.
He came back and beat him. You can't be denied. Then he come back last night and faced so much adversity. Well, it maybe wasn't a problem with his shoulder, but it looked like I never seen that shit in any of his other fights. That bone jumping out in his shoulder.
Hey, Limball Swami, say something positive that you seen he did last night that you like.
He stuck with the game plan, man. Everybody want to see him go because they want to see him fight toe to toe. That's not his fight. His fight was the boxing and counter, and he did it. He did it, and then when his opponent gassed out, he saw the opportunity to get him out of it. That's the range he was looking for the whole fight. you got to stick with the game plan until you get what you want out of your game plan. That's exactly what he did. Castano slowed down, and he was able to. Charlo was able to rest and get the range he wanted that he was looking for, and he caught him and put his ass out.
Nephew,
trust.
Hold up before you get started, Josh. Before you get started, Line Locks, thanks for the support. Gotta love this podcast. Congrats, Champ Charlo, for making history, the best pound for pound in this weight class. Thank you, Line Locks.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah, man.
I definitely got to put Charlo on the pound for pound list. Like I said, he fought in like 7, 8. His last 8, 7 fights been all world title fights or defense. Defending his belts. He got all the belts. He the first undisputed champion at 154. You gotta put him on the pound for pound list. Like I said, he was the underdog coming into the fight yesterday. He made all the adjustments. Showed everybody why.
Along the way, he fought real opponents.
Yo, Squeeze funny as shit.
You know what? I ain't cutting you off, but I gotta say this, yo, and I'm gonna shut up. Thanks, yo. My spirit needed this laughter today. Go ahead, man. Because I'm down. But this really helping me out. Go ahead, man.
Shit, I done forgot where I was at. But no, I said Charlo definitely deserved to be on the pound for pound, and he showed, hell of a fighter.
I think that's something I want to work on this week. Like, I want us to create our own pound for pound list. You know what I mean? Like,
everybody else do it. Why not?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? I want us to create our own. So because the ones I be seeing are just blasphemy. Just blasphemy. Miss Mona, to ask you a question for the membership thing. I just was looking on the phone. I don't see it on the phone, but when I went to it on the computer, on our main page, it says you can join and be a member. So I think you gotta do it on a laptop or the computer. But that's something I want to work on this week. I want to work on our pound for pound list.
All right, let me first of all, I can't believe I'm smiling, yo. All this pain I feel, man. That's a good feeling. Last night, Charlo, I started saying it, but hard as the Charlo brother worked for this, I was getting a little shaky at first, but I was like, let your jab go a little bit more, and he started using it. Mr. D told him. Mr. D George. He was telling them to pop the jab a little bit more. But what I seen from Charlo last night was a boxing clinic, yo. I was very impressed. I'm proud of him.
A lot of people are running, but he was boxing like that.
I'm proud of him for what he accomplished last night against a formidable opponent. Because we always hear the stories of he ain't fight nobody. He beat somebody that was a bum to get that. If somebody say that about Castano, they need to go to the drug and rehabilitation center because they are using.
That was a rumble last night.
Yeah.
I gotta disagree with you said earlier about Charlo and his body. He don't work enough on the body. If you listen to what Mr. D,
I didn't say that.
What you said?
I didn't say nothing about him not working the body. I said his inside game.
Well, you know what I mean. Inside, but it's all the same.
No, that's different. No, that's different.
All right, I got you. I apologize.
Come on, Coach Josh. I'm ready to get coaching license. Hey, Coach Squeeze, do you hear that? It's the same. Inside and working the body is two different things. Hey, Coach Wong, how do you feel about that statement right there?
Yeah, how you feel about
having the inside fight and working the body, two different things?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, how you feel about that, Coach Kenny?
What was the question?
Having an inside game and working the body, is that the same thing or two different things?
Basically, inside game is inside, fighting close. That's like it's working inside, it's working the body. It's basically the same thing.
So we need to revisit Coach Josh's coaching class so he can understand or teaching his fighters the difference between the body and having an inside game.
Coach Kenny just agreed with me. Can I get back to my statement?
Huh? He agreed with what?
He disagreed with me.
Some people use different terminologies when they say something.
You said working the body and inside game is two different things. Kenny,
when I'm inside, I'm working close. I'm working inside. In order to go to the body, you got to go inside, right?
Same thing.
Some people throw that long shot from outside, but 9 times out of 10.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You can work the body from the outside. That's all I'm saying. You said it. You just contradicted yourself. You can work the body from the outside.
All right, you say you ain't like Charlo inside game a lot like that, but if you look at when Derek James told him after that 6th round, because they showed that little coach cam, he said start throwing them body shots. So Charlo started ripping body shots to Castano, and it was crushing him. The last shot he threw to him that really killed him, well, he threw the uppercut that knocked, that got him off balance after the first time he knocked him down. But when he was hitting with that body shot, he was on the ground grimacing. Body shot would took him out.
Because a person don't have a good inside game don't mean he can't throw body shots. Don't get it twisted. You can still throw body shots. You understand what I'm saying?
What I said was when he don't got no inside game. Look at every time they came close. They was close together and they tied up. No punches was thrown from Charlo. Whenever we in the gym, you always hear coach talking about work the free hand.
So you saying Charlo never banged with him in the fight?
No, what I'm saying, look when they was close together. Look at when they was tied up. It's nothing going on in there. It's nothing going on in there.
You can jab high, shoot a right hand to the body. You can shoot the jab long to the body from outside. But to sit in there and he's not good at that.
Okay, I got
you. But no body shots, effective body shots. Okay. Like that last punch he threw, that was a body shot, but he didn't sit down that whole round until he landed that body shot.
Can I say this? Didn't he catch Castano with a left hook on the inside, and then he hit him with a left hook to the body inside?
He did, but that don't make he can't stay there for a whole round because that's not his strength.
No, I ain't say that. I just pointed those 2 punches out there, put Castano down. That's all. They were inside.
But he made the adjustments to fight not necessarily fight inside, but get punches in the inside.
Go around the board. Greatest performance last night, guys. Give him a grade.
I give him an A.
Yeah, I give him an A.
I give his ass an A+ because he was taking some big shot. Man, he got hit a few times. Where Charlo got chin, where it was like he got tougher after he got hit.
I'm gonna give him an A. I ain't gonna give him the A+. I'm gonna give him the A because, like Senior said, and he could have made some more adjustments early coming out that could have made the fight, I'm not gonna say easier, but more controllable for him. He had to go into war mode and really dig deep. Because Castano threw his life on the line. He was willing to die. Castano was willing to die, man. And you seen it from round 1. He was coming forward. Go ahead, nephew.
In the words of Coach G, I never seen the motherfucker so happy to lose. He was like Isak cruising after he fought Tank, man. That motherfucker. You seen him when he was leaving with the fans and the crowd and smiling. And Charlo showed the good sportsmanship too after the fight. Raising his hand, saying he a good true champion.
That was big sportsmanship on Charlo. I ain't saying that.
Listen, he put God in his life. You listen to the interview, he said he did some things different that can be put God in his life, put God first. So he going through something, he probably working on his mental. You know what I mean? That's probably where that came from.
Limbaugh Small be taking it on.
No, I'm just going off what he said last night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Normally after the interview, he go off. He fucking going crazy. But
that's why I was saying I was surprised about that. But he did go off on the interview last night after the in the press conference.
He did what is supposed to do, man.
He go off. He fucking go off.
I'm surprised about that, but he did.
A lot of times, people, man, they get caught up into what's going on in the 4th, 5th, 6th round, and as a professional fighter, championship fight, 5 rounds to go. We rush it because we don't see we're not seeing what we want to see at the moment. Professional fighters they got 6 more rounds to go. So we gotta learn to be patient too. Fans get upset because they in a hurry.
Sure. I didn't think Charlo was gonna knock him out though. After I thought it was gonna go 12 rounds, and I was scared they was gonna have another draw.
KO Charlo decision Castano. That's what I was looking at.
Who y'all see next up for Charlo?
Man, whoever want to fight, he ain't got to pick nobody. Whoever want to step in that ring with him, you know.
I keep telling people he may fight Tony Harrison again because Tony Ray be up for one of the Ray have a chance to fight for one of them belts, and Tony didn't beat the last few. He beat all his opponents since he fought. Basically, you know, he won his last couple fights since the Charlo fight. So, I think either going to be Tony Harrison again or I want to see the Jared Hurd fight. I still want to see the Charlo and Jared Hurd fight, even though Jared lost his last, I think, one of the last 2 fights. But that was the fight they was setting up before Jared lost to J-Rock.
When the last time Jared Hurd fought? I ain't seen him in about 2 years.
Me neither.
He fought. Was it last year when he lost again? I gotta check. Did he fight? Maybe it was 2020.
Yeah, I think I was at that fight. Yeah, he fought it. Yeah, I was at that fight about 2 years.
He was calling Jared Hurd out. He been calling him out. He say, "Yo, garbage." He say if he fought me like he fought, I think it was J-Rock or somebody with his hands down and his chin for his defense, Charlo say I'd have knocked him the hell out.
I think Hurd went up to 68 though. No, he went up to 60.
Okay,
Yeah, I think he went up to 60.
makes sense.
Can't make that 54 no more.
Body slow down when you start getting older, boy.
Hey, have y'all seen the pound? Have y'all seen the pound for pound list?
No, that pound for pound list is somebody else's opinion. It's about 15 to 20 of them out there, you know. Bunch of bias shit.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
Yeah, you know they got Canelo at the top, so you know that shit ain't right.
Hey, Coach Cannon. Go ahead.
How y'all feel about Boots' performance last night?
Like I was just react that.
Yeah, how y'all feel about Boots' performance last night?
He went swimming and he didn't get wet like he was supposed to. Excellent. It was excellent.
What you think, Squeeze?
What you think, Squeeze?
Yo, for real, I was mad because yo hit yo so hard, my TV went out. So I was pissed. I had to get it back. So when I said don't go to the bathroom and get no popcorn, the nephew at the gym Monday, I say don't blink. That's what happened. My TV blinked and that shot, they were disputing in the comments last night. A lot of people saying that shot was dirty. No, it wasn't. Yo bent down and he was in range of that goddamn sweeping.
The punch was in motion. You can't put brakes on a punch in the midair. You can't. That's why Holyfield got disqualified in the Olympics. He threw the punch, and it was in motion when the bell rang. You can't stop that bitch with air brakes like you watching Bugs Bunny. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't illegal. It was a good shot.
Yo, Boots came out popping the jab. Yo, I mean, yo, it looked like somebody had a slingshot on the end of his jab. It was popping. I say, stop, son. You don't got to do that with Earl in the audience. You don't got to do that. Then he looked over there at him, saying, "How you doing, Earl?"
That's a fight.
Really did that?
Yo, I'm telling you, the kid is dangerous. He's a destroyer. Now, I am a little mad that I thought old boy was going to give some type of resistance. But once again, man, I got to see more. I want to see more. And I think he ready.
A lot of people say, just like Tank, he get in there and make it look so easy, or Tank ain't fight nobody. And that's the same thing Boots doing at 47. He make it look so easy. Because you want to see a motherfucker bang with him, and they can't because he's just that good. You know?
So
Amir Liggins made a good comment. Man, Ennis is insane. I don't want to talk about him. He never gets no work. It's hard to fully judge him, but he's special. Well put.
So let me ask you this: by him calling out Earl, right? Do you think he's ready for Earl?
He gonna have to even fight Earl.
How many fights he got? How many fights did it take to get
20 something fights?
They got like 29 fights now or something like that. 28
fights. Well, if you ain't ready now, you're gonna be ready in 5 more fights. He fucking ready.
Oh, because everybody say Boots ain't ready for Earl. Boots ain't ready for Earl. That's what they be saying.
No, he's
but
ready. He just
I'm asking y'all how y'all feel about it.
He ready, man. He ready.
I feel like I don't know if that fight gonna be at 40. I'm at Boots won that. Boots is in contention to fight Earl now because he got that IBF belt. But will it make sense? Do it make sense for Earl to fight him or to Terrence Crawford?
People think he's not ready for what they see on TV with his last few fights, but they don't know what he do in the gym. You can't go off of what you see on TV and say he's not ready. That motherfucker put mad work in the gym against big dudes that bite back. You understand what I'm saying? But
yeah, no, I got you.
Don't know that.
Yo, he can go up, Spence can go up, Boots can follow him at 54. Yeah. Kenny say that boy Jitty big in between. Kenny say that Jitty walk around big boy. He ain't no little boy.
Who?
Boots.
Man, Boots. Look, he weighed in at 47. Look, he's gonna be a welterweight champion. He's gonna be a 154-pound champion. He's gonna be a 60-pound champion, and he's gonna be 168 as he goes through his career.
He say he's going all the way up to 168,
and he's gonna win the championship in every one of them weight classes. I told you, he a bad man. Y'all will see it. You'll see. He's gonna be a bad man.
Now, let me tell the story about a man named Jay. The folks said, we're moving away from there. You say California is the place you want to be, so we loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly. Ooh, whatever that is, black gold, Texas tea. Yo, we struck gold with this one, y'all.
That's what I think the smart thing to do. If I'm Earl, I wouldn't even want to fight Boots. It's a lose-lose for me. I mean, it's really, I would want to fight Terrence where it's a bigger fight and it's bigger money. If I'm Boots, I just probably try to move up to 54 now or something. Just try to fight Charlo because Charlo ain't nobody at 54 really.
No, Boots, he's so close to the welterweight. Stay right there.
I know. So my thing is, I feel like Earl is going to relinquish all the belts.
Because Earl going to wind up going up to 54 too, so you fight him at 47. You know, if he should win, he'd be world champion.
What about everybody throwing out there Fondor?
He needs to pump his brakes a little bit. He beat that kid in his last fight, but we know both of them from the amateurs. He's not quite ready yet. Pump his brakes.
Damn. Squeeze, I'm glad you said that. I forgot all about Fondor. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to fight Ben Simmons. Who want to fight somebody 6'8"?
Say it again.
I said, who would want to fight somebody 6'8"?
A fighter, a real fighter.
That'd be a good fight for Charlo, though. I forgot about Fondor.
You know, You can look at all. Listen. Pull them up on box rap, all of them, and go back and look at who they fought in 30 fights. Don't just pick him because you disagree with. No, I'm just saying. People pick what they want to satisfy what they think. You can't do that. Look at all of them. Go back 30 fights. Yeah. Who? Yeah, but they talking.
GA 180.
Yeah.
ONDE say Charlo will clip him.
They talking boxing. What I'm supposed to not say nothing? Yeah.
But Charlo gonna move up to 160 when Earl move up to 54.
Hey, Coach Squeeze, this one for you. Maurice Jones said, let Tank fight Fondor, destroy him. LOL, I got Tank.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. We laughing, but I done seen Tank beat up some 6'4", 6'3" dudes.
Don't tell nobody.
That ain't far-fetched. And if he touch that body, you know he gonna chop that tree down. Tank a pure boxer, yo. He a pure boxer. He know how to make adjustments, break them all jitty down, yo. And then old boy will be reaching out for Tank. And you know that counting punching ability is ferocious. So I wouldn't the Surgeon General wouldn't recommend that.
Black Belt Ben said if Earl waits and unifies at 147, then goes up to 154, then Boots unifies at 147, that fight between Boots and Earl becomes huge.
That's just like the last week fight with Bivol and Canelo.
Mm-hmm.
Now Bivol will go back down to 68 and fight him again and take them belts. Same thing.
So big as hell.
Jeffrey Harris said, what's up, family? Tank next. He used to play point him out and knock him out.
Tank gonna knock his ass out.
Mm-hmm. Eric said Tank will snatch Fondor's kidneys. Best dad ever said we cut trees down in Baltimore.
Grind them up too.
Me and Lincoln said, how y'all feel about Leo Santa Cruz versus Oscar Valdez?
I'm going with Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz was looking big last night.
Yeah, he probably walking around weak.
Yeah, he blew up.
He do that in between his fights.
Santa Cruz, he up in age now, but he one of the best Mexicans ever, fighters ever.
Yeah, I would go Leo because he naturally bigger than Oscar. I didn't realize how little Oscar was until he fought Shakur.
Yeah, he's small.
Yeah, I go Leo.
Cambosis.
Eric said Cruz eating good thanks to Heyman. TJ Beemore said Fondor will need 2 hip replacements fighting Tank.
That's funny.
Nico De Niro said the real fight everyone been waiting for coming up, GTD.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I can't wait to be in New York. I get away from all this bullshit.
Maurice Jones said, Coach Kenny, did you and Coach Calvin write Rolly obituary for adding his fight with Tank?
And I'll leave that up to his family. Say it again. AJ.
What are you most looking forward to in New York, Coach Josh?
Good question. I'm being back at the Barclays. Shit, I ain't been there since Tank fought the last time, actually, and I think that was on
Boots.
That was on Badu Jack card when Badu Jack was headlining, and Tank won his first belt. I think he fought Pedraza.
Right.
So yeah, I'm definitely looking for just to be, get the New York essence, get just to see some yellow cabs, get a chopped cheese. Definitely getting there a few days earlier so I can go to media day, the weigh-in. So, and then it's my birthday that week, so I'm just excited just to be with my boxing family and get ready for the fight.
Yo, Tank always give people a nice birthday gift for his fights, yo.
Hey, I'm glad he announced this fight right. Yeah, it's 2 days before my birthday, so I'm gonna be up there that Thursday.
Why y'all think Charlo, right? All these big fights he been in, that he ain't been on pay-per-view.
That's Coach Kenny gonna have to answer that.
I missed the question.
Why Charlo been in these big fights? Why them guys not pay-per-view worthy?
He is, but that's something his handlers got to do. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy, yo.
Bullshit.
All these years, these guys been in the business, and they not up at pay-per-view status.
They are, but that don't mean they got to put them there. The people that's in control. It's bias sport, man.
That's crazy.
That's true.
Steve Young, Sr., do you think that Castano would be a good test for Tank if they was the same weight class? The Mexican is a problem for anybody. Thanks for your support, Steve Young.
I think it'll be a good fight. He's tough. I think it'll be a good fight.
Last night was just on Showtime. It wasn't pay-per-view.
It wasn't pay-per-view.
Yeah, it was just. I guess it's hard to sell them fights on pay-per-view, and do people know Charlo? Like the casual boxing fan, the hardcore boxing fan, like even if you're not a boxing fan, you know Tank, you know Canelo, you know goddamn. You know certain fighters that's just like that transcends the sport of boxing. I don't think Charlo reached that level yet. It's hard to get to like that Pacquiao, where it's just you just a household name outside of boxing. And I seen a lot of times they tried to put him and his brother on the card, to build a big like mega fight and sell them. And if them two can't even sell on pay-per-view together. I don't know, it's just hard. Like Kenny said, it goes into your promoter. It's just hard. It's hard for that pay-per-view though.
Corporate. You got some the corporate world attention. You got some fighters that got the hip hop world attention, and some fighters got both. And right now, Tank, he that one, he got both. And when you get the hip hop culture, you there. You understand what I'm saying?
And then like Tyson, like Earl a pay-per-view fighter, because I don't know, I can't like Earl just different. I don't know. Like Earl sells. I don't know why Charlo and them ain't fought on pay-per-view yet. I don't know.
And Earl got somebody big backing him, and Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones let him fight at that Dallas Cowboys stadium, which he eating and Earl eating good. Earl making big money.
Yeah.
Earl making big money, yo. And you know what you gonna get with Earl. You know what I mean? You know what you gonna get with Earl. So people be looking forward to that. And he's marketable. You know what I mean? So, he definitely pay-per-view worthy.
Every time he fight it's exciting, Every time he fight it's exciting. People see that.
Jeffrey Harris say Earl don't do well outside of Texas.
What y'all think about that?
He can't say that because he went to a whole nother country and beat Kell Brook and won his first belt. So you can't say that. Where you go to Australia? Where Kell Brook from? He went somewhere and took his belt. So I seen Earl fight in New York before. I seen Earl when he fought Lamont Peterson. I seen Earl. What else Earl fought? Earl fought a couple other places before he got to just start fighting in Texas. Like before he got to that level to choose where he want to fight.
Gardner said Earl sell out everywhere he fight.
I agree.
Yeah.
So who would y'all like? Who would y'all like for Charlo, the first defense to be against?
Which one?
Jamel.
Who that? Listen.
Shit. Now that y'all got me thinking Fondor, because everybody else in the division, Fondor's still undefeated. Who else? I'm trying to think of the other kid named that fight at 54.
Right. So he's
I guess Charlo and Fondor.
Let me say something.
Nico De Niro, thanks for your support. Nico De Niro said if Tank and Earl fight in the same card, who would be the main event?
Tank.
She fought the girl called Mike Tyson. She stopped.
I don't think they can put them on the same card. You think they can put them on the same card?
That would be a sellout card.
I think the girl they call Mike Tyson.
It would.
That fight.
Man, I was ready to say, yeah, they could. Them goddamn tickets would be goddamn $1,000 for the nosebleed.
They want to charge for the tickets, yo. Both of them are big draws.
You can't get mad.
That's gonna be a mega. But
you would be doing yourself a disservice by putting them on the same card.
Hey, Coach Kenny. Coach Kenny.
The losses is rankings. The losses is experience.
Oh yeah. I'm not sure, but if you ask Kenny, I think Don King used to hold fights like that back in the day, where it's like 3 world title fights or something on the same card.
Don't be biased, but
it's different now. This boxing business now is different.
Yeah, that's what Don used to get all the money back in the day.
Yeah,
so I don't know how to work.
That's when because you got to read it.
Hey, Coach Kenny.
Yeah.
Then Don King used to have fights back in the day where it was multiple like world title fights on one card, like multiple champions.
Don King did a card, man, with 4 TV fights, all on world championship fights.
See, yeah, I know it was something like that.
Cards ever. I forgot exactly who the champions were, but they were all champions. Don King did that card back in the 90s.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, every fight was a world title fight.
Steve Young, thanks for your support. Hey, Tyrone, you heard what Bud told Spence. He said, I come beat you, then I go up and beat your cheerleader Charlo for clapping his palms for you. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember him saying that.
Oh, who said that?
Bud Crawford.
I like Bud. They better stop sleeping on Bud.
Yo, I can't believe they disrespecting Bud like that, yo.
They come with the sport.
Bud gonna make him a believer. It's cool.
I can't believe. I really don't believe this. I'm just saying. They like talking about Bud like he a scrub or something. Like
the best dad ever said Charlo beats Bud.
shit.
Charlo.
Shit.
Bud is a way technical, more pure boxer than Charlo.
It'll be a good fight, man.
You think Charlo can make those adjustments?
And Bud is a finisher. Once Bud hurts you, you going up out of there. And you know what? You heard last night in the corner, Mr. D, hey Josh, Mr. D, he told Charlo, you hurting them and you letting them off the hook. He said it in Training Tracks. He said, you're hurting him and you're letting him off the hook.
He did say that, Squeeze. He
He
said, don't hurt him and sit there and watch him. He said that verbatim. And Charlo would hurt him and just sit there. And you're right, he did say that.
That's what I meant to ask you about that, Squeeze.
I know.
Let's get back to the finisher conversation because he kept saying you keep hurting him and leaving him off the hook.
So I'm kind of agreeing with you, Senior. I'm agreeing with you, but I don't want them to think we biased.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm thinking when you hurt somebody, you supposed to finish them. He did, though. He did eventually. But is it fair that we say that?
Like Tank right now.
I'm right in between with that. I'm torn.
Gotta take what you
get. It was like when Derek James said it was like, you know what I mean, like confirmation, like, you know what I mean, you got him, but you're not capitalizing off of it.
Almost like that. It ain't that the fighter's ducking, but shit.
We know when Tank hurt you.
You understand what I'm saying?
He ain't letting you off the hook.
And when it comes man,
I think it was exactly what Coach Kenny said. It was like a battle of the gas tanks. Nino Brown said you do know Charlo got dropped before, right?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
In his younger days. Earlier in his career.
It had to be.
I think I remember that too. And he got up and finished the dude.
Maurice Jones said Tank smell blood, it's over, you're done. Jeffrey Harris said Tank used to do that a little. He would hurt somebody and it would look like he was watching his work.
He didn't do it too much because he knocked down everybody out.
That's a fact.
Michael Garner say Charlo put Bud to bed. You know what? I can't knock nobody's opinion though, but I'm glad y'all picking my spirits today, man. Up, making me laugh because I've been in the dumps, man. I needed this laughter today. I really, really did, man. I'm still coming to grips, but I need this laughter. I really do. I really need it. And y'all making me laugh today.
Laughing good for you, Coach.
Yeah, I needed it. I needed it today. Y'all gave it to me.
More laugh, more life.
Y'all definitely gave it to me.
I tell people all the time, smiling is free therapy.
We're gonna get some laughs in.
Hey nephew, what's next for Boots? When are we gonna get some competition in the ring?
Well, he's up next in line for the IBF belt. We know who got that belt, so there's no sense for him to fight anybody else other than somebody with a title, and we know who got all the titles. Earl and Terrence got the last strap. So
before Boots, Limbernex fought Boots, everybody thought Limbernex was a killer. And when Boots beat him, he ain't fighting no, because Boots made it look easy. But Limbernex a fight, he can fight. He can fight.
He tough.
Right.
That's why I thought the fight. That's why I thought Boots' fight with Castillo Clayton yesterday was going to be, a little better than what it was, because Castillo fought Lipinets.
I said inside 3, then I said maybe 4. He clipped him in 2.
Man, I thought they was going to at least go to about 8-9 rounds. I don't know what the hell happened. But Boots is looking good, though.
You watching these tapes and shit, you can't see pain.
Nino Brown say, laughing my ass off. Y'all just seen Brian bully Charlo, and Bud ain't gonna do the same. Boy was moving back the whole fight.
Hi.
What's up, Sid? What's up, champ? All right, Lightning Bolt say he didn't bully him, Nino. Relax.
This Mona said, Senior, did you see Showtime schedule, weigh-in, workout, etc.? You talking
Who's
about
that?
the tank fight?
Yeah. Told be careful what you. Yeah. That's what fighters supposed to do. They supposed to, fighters supposed to do. That's what make the sport stop watering the sport down. Hagler used to grab that mic. So I want to take the man in line. Exactly. I'm gonna tell you what's going on though with the days boxing. A fighter, like say I'm fighting, I want to call the next one out, but the holders and the trainers don't want it. So they before the fight they rehearse it. Answer questions, don't call out no fight because they know if I lose, they fuck the money out. If I should lose, so they didn't do that shit back in the day. That shit watered down behind the scenes. Promoters saying, don't call out such and such before you hit the egg. Right.
And who Boots signed with? Who Boots promoter?
Bruce, he not signed.
Okay.
That's the problem. And not knowing that you take a loss for a bigger fight. Exactly. A pay-per-view style because Tank beat him.
Hey, Coach Kenny, when do y'all when y'all officially leave training camp or like go pack up to go to New York?
Who said that?
Yeah, me, Coach Josh.
We don't have the exact date. One day next week.
Steve Young said, hey, I like Spence, but I don't think he want those problems with Boots. You see how Spence had that smirk on his face when he got called out? AJ, what's happening, Glizzy Gladiator?
What's good? What up, Josh? You hear this shit?
What's up, AJ? How you feeling?
What up with it?
What's up, y'all? We got AJ, the Glizzy Gladiator, Glizzy Monster, Glizzy King in the building.
He set me up last night.
No, you had that Vaseline and a towel.
I went to sleep on the couch.
You went to sleep after the towel. You laid the towel on your face.
That Vaseline and towel.
Yeah, what you say? He made a Fifi?
He
told me he had a towel and a Vaseline. What he made a Fifi, AJ?
I went to sleep on the couch and woke up. He done sat Vaseline by my head and the towel and shit and took a picture.
You was snoring hard too, like you worked your little self to death. Your hand was still locked in the position.
He worked his self to sleep.
Yeah.
I didn't have to do with that. I don't know what happened. I just came out of Vaseline and the towel was there. I'm not sure what took place. It was slow music playing. I thought he was vibing. I'm like, what the fuck going on? He knocked out sleep. I had to get him.
Yo, he crazy, yo.
Yeah, him was real sleepy, Coach.
Nino Brown say, I think Boots beat Crawford, Spence, Charlo, Ortiz, all of them.
Where you go?
Where you at, Dave? What phone are you on? Look, man.
Boots a hell of a talent.
Please.
But we ain't never seen Boots in no adversity like Kenny say, so
Yeah, well, bum, please.
I want to see him in one of them tough fights.
I don't want it. No.
Well, who though? Who gonna give it to him?
All the people that you just named.
Damn.
We need to see him in the I like to see him with Virgil Ortiz.
That ain't gonna be tough for him. It might be 10,
I'm looking
50
dead at it, yo.
him in a tough fight. But the boy's good, man. The boy's good. I told you he's gonna be like Sugar Ray Robinson.
I want Sean Porter
to America. The boy's good, man.
He's good.
Boots need a fight like Sean Porter, one of them tough fights where it's like, all right, we know you ready for this 47. Like, we know you ready. Like, not saying he ain't ready, but we know he ready for like the big, like them tough dogs.
Porter ain't gonna see him.
But listen, let's stop.
No, I'm just saying hypothetically.
Boots is calling them jokers out. They don't want to fight him.
You hear what Castano said? Ain't nobody want to fight you, man. I had to.
Exactly. Just like Tank will fight any one of them champions tomorrow. but they don't want to fight Tank. It's the same situation. So you got to take what's available. That's all it is. Boots ain't backing down from nobody.
Tell him again, Limbo.
He ain't backing down from nobody. Tank ain't backing down. You got to fight what's available. You know.
How y'all feel about Boots versus Thurman?
Oh man, Boots are thrashing, man. My opinion.
He too soft.
He just went 12 rounds with the kid Burial.
He too Thurman too soft, yo. He ain't. This ain't the same. You heard we call him Thurman when ain't nobody said one time.
The only thing I don't like about Keith Thurman is how he really did duck Earl Spence. I remember he used to say, "No, Earl, get some more fights," or "I see you." Like he used to really like little boy Earl, and now to see how he's calling Earl out and saying Earl don't want to fight me and don't. It's like
I wouldn't fight him neither because he wouldn't get the opportunity. So why should Earl give him the opportunity?
Exactly. I say, boy, just be funny how
it's just like people don't know. Mia last 2 fights, we actually had 20, 25 girls that say no. Not saying that Mia would have beat them all, but let's just say Mia won a belt 2 or 3 years or 1 year down the line. Any of them girls that called one, I ain't fighting none of them. I got a list. I kept a list. I wouldn't give none of them a title shot. Because they had numbers, they wouldn't give me an opportunity on this level. So I wouldn't give them an opportunity.
Steve Young said, y'all got to remember, they said yesterday, out of all bouts, 20-something fights, Boots has never lost a round, ever.
I agree. He's just that good.
That's tough. That's tough to say.
And it ain't, listen, man, we've been knowing Boots since, man, Calvin been knowing that kid since he was 8, 9 years old, man. What's new to some people, we've been seeing that shit. We've been saying it. That's why I'm vouching so hard for him. The boy is next up. Well, he up now. Shit. Last night put him on. You know, he mandatory.
Yeah, he's a mandatory. You can't duck your mandatories. But I don't know. Hopefully we'll see. I want to see Earl and Terrence fight before Earl fight Boots, though.
Yeah, I agree.
That's my only thing.
I want to see that too first.
Let Boots get the winner.
Yeah.
Early next year.
They said they asked him about it last night. They said we should get it.
Yeah, early next year.
Earl say he wanted before the year out.
Or you know, it's a such thing called step aside money. Shit. Pay Crawford to step aside and let Earl and Boots fight. Or vice versa. Pay Boots, Earl to step aside and let
no, I think Bud want this.
Oh yeah, man, they just asked about them taking that belt from Josh Taylor. Well, he's saying he gave it up, but they said they stripped him of it.
Yeah, I read that.
At 140.
I read that on the internet.
Well, he ain't pay his sanctioning fees and stuff.
No, he was supposed to fight. He was supposed to make a fight. He ain't make the fight, so they needed that back.
You gotta defend them motherfuckers, man. Unless you got a doctor slip.
Or you Canelo.
Yeah, it's like Canelo just win all his belts, don't never defend him shit.
Man,
you take your belt and keep going.
Most protected fighter ever.
Jalen said, if Ugas can find his eye, he should fight Boots next.
Ugas' eye still swollen.
Yeah, he going through it, man. Pray that he recover, man. He might not ever fight again. I just hope he recover though.
Yeah, that eye was terrible.
His eye was bleeding for a whole week. Last time I checked, he was home and it was still bleeding.
Let me ask you this question, Coach Kenny, because you know my grandmother, she used to tell me stories, right? And you know her father was he was a boxer, right? And you know he would box and he would get leeches They say if he had like a black eye or something, he would get leeches and suck the blood out. Is that true?
I don't know about. I know about leeches sucking blood in the hospital. They got, they treated leeches that won't give you no infections. But I don't know about a boxer getting leeches.
I mean, so they could do it in the hospital. Why they can't do it in real life?
Because a leech in the hospital is coming from a lab, and he's treated. He don't have no diseases. They got maggots that they put in people that have wounds that don't heal.
Mm-hmm.
They get infection out, but you can't go get maggots off the street and put in that.
No, I don't think she said he got him off the street though. I just was asking about that. Like she said he put black eyes and put a leech on it.
I ain't gonna say no because I never seen it, but I never heard of a fighter having to get a leech. I never heard, but I've heard about the leeches doing things in the hospital, but I never heard of a fighter having to get a leech.
Yeah. So my question, like, so my question would be, so you heard about it though. So my question would be, you think they could have did that to Ugas to help him out?
Nah.
If his eye was bleeding like that, why not?
Because the eye was bleeding because they just made a laceration for a place for it to leak. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't bleeding from the fight. It was so much. You gotta give a space for it to just come out. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Miss Mona. That was big, Miss Mona. Miss Mona, our first member, the Queen of the Rize podcast. Thank you, Miss Mona.
Now I've heard coaches like making a little laceration and squeeze the blood out. You know what I mean? In certain situations. But a leech, I don't think you need a leech.
TJ B. Moore said, Coach Kenny, thanks for the support, TJ B. Moore. Coach Kenny, how was it training your daughter? Do you ever feel like you push her too hard or feel any type of guilt? That would be hard for me.
No, because I've been in the ring before and I know what it takes to box. And if you're not willing to do it, she ain't doing it. And because she's my daughter, I ain't going to fake it. You know what I mean? She ain't going to ask her to do it. What the other coaches ask her to do, she can't do it. I believe if a fighter should lose, they should lose on points, not because they're getting their ass whipped around the ring because they didn't want to train in the gym. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, I got you.
You either going to shit or get off the pot.
Thank you, Miss Mona. She said, I found the button on my phone. I gotta find it so I can tell y'all how to do it because I don't know how to. I didn't see how to do it from the phone when I was looking on the phone.
Just like if you take a fighter, right, that had a decent amateur career, and they turn in pro. This what I believe in. You give them 4 4-round fights, then you go to 4 6-round, you go to 4 8s, you go to 4 10s. And when you get to 10, something might come up where you can get a title shot before you get to 4 10s, but you got to make them rounds up in the gym so you know you can do the 12 rounds. Mm-hmm. But just like Mir did 4 4-rounds. She got 3 knockouts and 1 on with the distance. That's not a lot of experience in 4 4-rounds. So Mir, she's a grown woman. She knows she got to do to be able to fight 6 rounds. Now she got to turn it up for the 6th round. I ain't gonna slow her down. If you don't want to train hard and you want to stay on a 4-round pace, guess what? You still going into this 6-round fight. Either you gonna do it or you ain't. And I'm saying this with my daughter. So our first 6-round fight is on the 28th of this month on 10 card.
Okay.
So she had to up her cardio and do what she's supposed to do so she'll be able to fight 6 rounds if it go to distance. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
I ain't holding her back. You gonna do it or you ain't. So when she get to 4 6 rounds, she gotta be ready to fight 8. So she got to up her training so she can do 8. If she don't up her training to do 8, guess what? Gonna catch an L. You gotta be a fighter gotta be disciplined. And this is my daughter, so that goes for every fighter. You gotta be disciplined. You gotta want it. You gotta want this shit. A lot of fighters fall short because they don't want it. They don't want to listen. They don't want to train it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why
Ron Mayberry said, yes, they use leeches therapeutically, and there's antibiotics for infections.
That's right. That's right. And I know they got maggots. How a person with diabetes, they don't heal good.
I think I've seen the maggots ones too.
Yeah, you put the mags in there, you stitch them up, and you let them eat it away for a couple of days. The doctor check it, open it up, see if they eat an infection. Once they eat all the infection, then you take the maggots out, clean it out, and hopefully they're healed. There's different reasons to use them.
Lorena Lofton. I see it on a laptop. It's right next to the subscribe button on the laptop on the main page, but on my phone I don't see it. Miss Mona said she just found it, so you had to ask her because I'm looking on my phone and I don't see where it say join and be a member. Best dad ever said I'll be a member by 9 a.m. tomorrow. Thank you. By 9 tomorrow. Thank you, best dad ever. Jeremy Dicker said my favorite podcast. Thank you.
Thank
you. Hey, Coach Kenny, we just hit 1 million views.
Stop playing.
We hit 1 million views, Coach Kenny. 4,000 subscribers, 1 million views, man.
Wow.
You know what I mean? We growing and blowing.
That's God's work, man.
We growing and blowing. I'm on the iPhone, Big D Smoke. I don't see it.
That's God's work.
Growing and blowing, man. Hey, we going places.
God's work, man.
Yeah, it don't show me on the iPhone because I was trying to do it myself. I don't see it.
Hey nephew, what you think about Boots and Earl Spence fight up to date? Because I know it can change and vary. How you compare them to meeting up at this particular time after that performance last night? But do you think Boots ready or he need a couple more?
No, I think he ready. No, like Kenny said, like he already got almost 30 fights, so he ain't gonna be no more ready than what he is now. I just seen the only thing is I never seen him like in a tough, hard fought fight. Like I didn't see Earl be down on the card and come back. I didn't see Earl like in wars where I seen he's battle tested. So if I would have to just judge it and off my eye off what I've seen, I'm gonna go with Earl Spence because I'll say he's the tougher fighter. Not saying Boots ain't tough. I just seen Boots make his opponents just run through his opponents where he make it look so easy. And I seen Earl be in tough fights where he done made run through opponents and where he stand in front of Earl champions just as tough as him, and he get the win that polo victory. So
at the same time, you probably can take the fighters that Earl fought a tough fight with and put Boots on, and Boots make it look easy with them. So we don't know where Boots gonna get a tough fight at. He might go 15, 20 fights and all of them look smooth.
I never seen nobody fight Sean Porter and make it look easy. I never seen that.
We can't. Sean retired, so we can't. You know what I mean? But
let me take Sean out. All right, what about you're right. No,
let me get the super chat out the way real quick. Let me get the super. Steve Young, thanks for the support. He said, "Hey, Sing, you have to click on the money sign icon for the super chat, then you will see it. Not on the iPhone. It won't pop up on the iPhone. I'm trying to do it now. Unheard of. Thanks for the support. Said, be sure to like and subscribe to Rize Podcast. Thank you. And Gwen Cobbs, that's my mom. What's up, mom? She in the chat talking about she trying to find it on her tablet. You gotta shout Mom Dukes out, Coach Joe. Man.
What's up? Look, Keith Thurman is considered tough, similar to Sean Porter. If he take the fight Boots, then we'll see. You know, but I got Boots thrashing him.
Me too.
How y'all got that fight by knockout or decision?
Knockout.
I Keith Thurman out.
I don't know. I think Keith Thurman might drop his mouthpiece 3 times to get himself together.
Or he gonna quit on the stool.
Yeah, he annihilate Keith. Keith ain't been active enough, number one.
Even if he was active.
Duffel Bag said Boots' resume is horrible. Just looked at it on BoxRec. You gotta understand, they don't want to fight Boots.
Let me say,
please.
Listen, I just told my guys here. I said, if don't nobody want to fight you, you got to take what you can get. It's just like Tank. He'll fight any one of the champions today, but they won't fight him, so Tank got to take what he can get. It's not Boots' fault. Boots ain't backing down from nobody. So what he supposed to sit and wait and not fight? Take what you can get. And then at the same time, you might fight a guy with 10 wins and 17 losses, and you only got 12 fights and 12 KOs. But when you beat that guy with 10 losses and 10 wins and 17 losses, your stats gonna go up, your ranking gonna go up because you fought a guy with experience. Just because he got losses don't mean he don't have experience. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. People don't understand that part of boxing. Everybody who fought pushed.
Hey, nephew, why you always do that when somebody say something about Boots? You direct it to me.
Well, me or Squeeze?
I just know you're a Boots. I just know you love Boots.
What's wrong with? Why you gotta use these harsh words? But it's all good because you love Earl.
Oh, let me go.
Hold on. Let me hear his answer.
Let me go back on something. Go ahead.
I don't love Earl. I just be a realist with myself, and I know Earl is tough to beat Earl, and he showed me.
So I can't be like you, huh? Original and think that Boots is tough. That's what you said. Okay.
Yeah, but Boots don't got a resume to back it up.
Okay.
Earl can say I went to this guy country and took his belt. Earl can say I didn't beat this guy. I didn't beat a guy that was 40-0.
I'm not denying that.
He can say I could beat this guy and took his belt. I done took his belt. World champions we talking about, and he made it look easy. Only thing we can go off with Boots.
You say he made it look easy, debatable. But let me get the super chat out the way. Nino Brown, thanks for your support. Boots, best Thurman. I guess he meant beat Thurman. They gonna say he too old. Beat Ortiz, he too young. Beat Ugas, he not Earl. Or TC ain't no winning.
Terrence Crawford.
Terrence Crawford ain't no winning. Nino Brown. Well said, Nino. Well said.
Hey, let me go back to the guy that said Boots ain't got no resume.
This for you, Squeeze. This for you, Squeeze. The Queen talking.
Miss Mona, thanks for your support. Okay, we can talk about my godson now. Kenny, you gotta switch it up. Miss Mona say you gotta talk about a godson.
Let me get my point across. We go back to the guy that said Boots ain't fighting nobody with no resume. I'm gonna use Mia for example, right? She got criticized for a second pro fight before we fought a girl that had 7 losses and she got stopped 7 times. It's not always the fighter to take the fight. I took the fight for a reason, but nobody don't know why I took that fight. The reason why I took that fight because the girl was stopped by some decent girls, and one of the girls they call Little Mike Tyson. So I took the fight to see if Mia could stop her quicker than any of the other girls. So I was really going up against the other girls, not the girl with the losses. So I said, I'm gonna take this fight to see if Mia is just as good as the other girls. And Mia wound up stopping the girl quicker than any of the other girls that had more experience than me. That's why I took that fight. So when you look at somebody's resume, you don't know why they took that fight at that particular time. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
definitely.
So Mia was criticized for fighting that fight, but I took that fight for a reason to measure Mia against the other girls.
But Garner, thanks for your support. Y'all have come to grip with Boots not getting that fight until they get to 154. The business of boxing not going to let that happen until it will make money.
I agree.
So you don't think that fight make money now?
Yes, sir. It'll make money. All they got to do is promote it.
They ain't gonna make enough money. Like I say,
I disagree.
Enough people don't know Jerome Ennis yet.
Did you hear what he said? Did you hear what the reporter asked him last night? When we looked in the crowd, we seen a lot of people here for you. Boots Ennis. Everybody kept saying, yeah, we here to see Jerome Ennis. We here to see Jerome Ennis. He has a following, and they are coming with him.
Listen, Earl Spence is a huge name. If you put any undefeated fight up against Earl Spence,
that's true.
People gonna tune in.
It'd be big, yeah. Because on paper, it's like Ugas got another country with him, but you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
if you put Boots and Earl name on paper, it'd be a pay-per-view fight.
They gonna tune the whole East Coast gonna tune in. The whole East Coast know who Boots Ennis is. You know?
Boots probably fight on pay-per-view before Charlo.
Eric Harris said, thanks, Coach Kenny, for sharing that story. The business of boxing 101.
Thank you.
Big Chop Unbiased Boxing said Boots and EJ a bigger fight at 147 than it would ever be at 154.
No, not if Boots, not if Earl go up there and get a belt or two, and then Boots establish himself at 47 or become the undisputed or however, and have a few belts here, then move up. It'd definitely be a bigger fight because now we're looking at Boots is like a certified world champion superstar and got belts, rather than now where it's just his first belt and he undefeated. But if he established himself a little more in the welterweight division, and Earl already cemented himself, and Earl go up to 54 and get a belt, that'd definitely be a huge fight at 54. I think it'd be a bigger fight than what it would be now, honestly.
I agree with that.
That's my opinion, though.
Eric Harris said, people kill me with this resume crap. I bet if you looked at Ali record before Sonny Liston, you would say who he fought.
Right. People don't understand boxing, you know?
That's a good point.
I said that when y'all ran off y'all 20 that night. He always said.
Hey, yo, Coach Squeeze, he was going to find a way to get back to that. Yeah, Coach Squeeze.
It was bad.
Look, your boss Swami turned the light down when I said that.
It was trash. With the amount of fights he had, you know.
Thanks for your support. Boots is the next big fighter. They're not going to let that fight happen next. They're going to want to see what Boots do on pay-per-view before that fight.
Yo, it regardless, it gotta go down. Somebody got to get in there tough with them. It's gonna go down. It's gonna happen. So they can't duck for long. They got to face the Boots. They gonna have to. This and the conversation gonna change, man. Yo, look like I thought old boy was gonna do something, but for him to do that.
Did that let you down? Did that fight let you down? Not let you down, but did it live up to the expectations?
Squeeze knew what Boots was going to do. Squeeze expected Boots to knock his ass out in 5 seconds.
What you say, champ? What'd you say?
No, I said you knew that fight was going to go exactly how it went with Boots.
I called it. Yeah, I called it. Like Kenny called Canelo fight, I called this one.
I called it. You know how I do.
Nephew know, me and him in the office going back and forth. He already know what I said. Boots gonna put the Timberlands on him.
Boots call him Boots. Yeah, man.
Yo, I just want to see Boots get a big name, and I want to see Boots in deep water. I want to see how he perform in deep water.
Listen, the big names got to be willing to fight him, man. It don't necessarily mean he's gonna go in deep water. The boy can fight, man. He's smooth. He can box and bang. He do it all, man. Who
the other big names at 47 that's active though?
The biggest names is Crawford and Earl. Porter retired. Keith Thurman, if he take the fight, but I think he turned it down already.
That's it. Who else at 47? Oh, Danny moved up to 54, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be. And Danny now he know Boots from Philly. They know each other. Damn, Danny ain't taking that fight.
Hold on, then Cal Brook beat goddamn Amir Khan in February, right? Shit, pit Boots in there with Amir Khan, Cal Brook, another big boy. See how he look.
He'll destroy. He ain't gonna get no credit though. If he dusts him off, they ain't gonna give him the credit for it. Cal Brook's done.
Yo, Boots murdered Cal Brook in 3 rounds.
I don't think it'd be that easy. Cal Brook a big boy, yo. He not little.
Boots
like
will dissect.
Jalen said Cal Brook retired.
Oh damn! I didn't know.
Yeah,
Smart man.
Yeah, it was.
So
it was
let me ask y'all this. I gotta change the subject before I get fired again. So May 28th, right? We got Too Sharp, Stacy, Mia, the Big 8 Tank,
Jaleel Hackett.
Jaleel Hackett,
And Jaleel on the card.
Yeah,
Malik the King Warren.
Damn.
How y'all feeling? I mean, like, how y'all feeling? I mean, like, I mean, what fight are y'all looking forward to most? Who performance are you looking forward to most?
Man.
Stacy Selby.
Listen.
That's what I want to see.
If you know each fighter, it's hard, man, to pick from.
It is.
If you know the strengths of each fighter, you know.
I think it's hard for me because like it's different variations to why you want to see these fighters. So like for me, I want to see Stacy because it's Stacy time. You know what I mean? I want to see Mia because it's time. You see what I'm saying? I want to see Tank because all this shit Rolly and his coach keep talking.
Right.
I want to see how Booker T react when he got to pick his fight up off the canvas.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I want to see if he gonna throw a hissy fit. Oh, you hurt my baby. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I want to see Too Sharp. You know what I mean? Get his second win. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't wait till 28.
Different reasons. It's different reasons you want to see each one of them. I got you, and that's the same here. You know.
Yeah, I feel you. I don't know. I think when you see them work out in the gym, you just got a different. You just like when you really see them put hours in the gym. Like it messed me up when I see Too Sharp running with Tank. Like see him down there training with Tank now, because it's like you remember Too Sharp being a little boy, and just to see him like where he at now, like being pro. It's like you see all the hard work they put in throughout the years, so it's like you just got like a different emotional connection with them when you fight.
It's a bond. You gotta call it it's a bond. Just like, you know what I mean? Like with the kids in the gym, we all got a bond with them. You know what I mean? That's why, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, not to bring it up, but that's why Jasmine hurt the way it do, because we all had a different bond.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we watch these kids day in and day out. You see what I'm saying? On the journey. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's true.
Like, Jasmine was a funny. You know, I'll be messing with her like I'm the CEO of Baltimore. He'd come in the gym and say I'm the landscaper of Baltimore. He's just he was a funny.
He had a smile to brighten up the room. You see what I'm saying? He was a good kid, man. Like, you know what I mean?
And you try to keep moving and laugh, not to think about, because when you stop at night, it just keep coming up. You know what I mean? Shit,
you know. Man. I guess I say this, like from my perspective, like knowing how much of a good kid he was, and like now I'm starting to hear more of his backstory, how he took care of his little sister, how his grandfather had a stroke, he was taking care of his grandfather, how he would motivate all different kids that are either related to me or people know, like the stories that are coming out about the type of person he was and his character. Then to see him on the gym, like come from where he started from to where he was at when at his untimely demise. Just it's a lot to Jasmine that made him special.
Someone don't know we'll be the only one be having heat on.
For real, I never touched this up in here.
The only one be having heat on.
That go to Silent Assassin. What's up, Chad?
What's up,
Cat?
Hey, Stacy hit just as hard as Tank, but he just got different mechanics. I call him Little Julian Jackson. He can crack, man. He can crack.
I went to Stacy first pro fight, and I tell you, knocked the dude out the ring. Yeah. Remember, he hit the dude, saw the dude literally flew out the ring.
Yeah,
I was mad as shit. We caught COVID that week and we had to cancel. I was mad.
Yeah, Myrtle Beach. I went down there. I was like, oh, this motherfucker different.
I was mad as shit. I caught his second fight though.
He can crack, man. And I tell you, catch anybody clean, they ain't gonna take it too many times. Just like Tank, he can crack, man.
Yeah, he definitely can. I feel like he can take over that 140 division, like take over.
And he fighting a guy, man, that's undefeated.
They got Vic and belt with his name on it.
I just got a text that China on lockdown
for COVID.
Yeah, COVID on the rise again.
I hope. Just come on. Don't fuck up nothing.
Man, we don't need to shut down another 2 years. That shit crazy.
I don't think we could sustain that again.
I think Tank was the only person who had a fight during the pandemic with a crowd. Everybody else was fighting with no crowds.
Yeah.
For a minute.
Atlanta was lit that weekend too.
No, I won Atlanta. I was in Texas. He fought in October. The pandemic hit in March. You remember the NBA didn't start back up until like August. Remember everything shut down.
Fighting with
was the only fight that had a crowd.
Yeah. I'm thinking
sold out.
Couldn't get no energy.
Leo.
Hey, Coach Kenny, let me ask you this question because it was a lot of events where it wasn't no crowd. How important is the crowd at a fight?
Man, let me tell you, for some fighters, man, you get energy off the crowd, man. You hit somebody in the crowd scream, you got them hurt, or you hit the crowd screaming, you ain't throw no punches, you gonna have some trouble. You learn how to read the crowd, you know what I'm saying? And then some people, like Malik Hawkins, he fought from Tiaz with no crowd. But Malik family, if his family and friends was there, it would have been a different fight. It touches everybody different, man. Everybody different.
Leo Luciano, what's up? What's going on?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna let y'all guys keep rocking. You know what I mean? I try to hold on as long as I could. I can't get my head together, y'all.
Well, we gotta get some laughs out, Coach Squeeze. Just try to change the narrative a little bit. I ain't saying for.
I'm trying, yo.
Because one thing about Jasmine, you said it the other day. When he come into the situation, we gonna laugh and cut up, and he gonna crack a joke about something. You see what I'm saying? To change the mood. So just remember that of his personality, the type of person he was, because whenever he come in the gym, he come in that room and speak to me and you and Coach Josh, and he gonna crack a joke or something. We gonna shoot the shit about something. So just try. It's a fucked up situation. It's a fucked up situation the way he had to go for the reasons and the terms. But you gotta understand, I told you not supposed to question it, but I need answers. We can't question it, but you know what I mean? You just gotta try to look at the positive in a situation, man. He don't gotta deal with this hellhole that we still living in.
That's real tough.
You know what I mean? God trying to put up a good boxing match, and he needed a good amateur up there with him. You know what I mean? You just gotta look at the positive, man.
Real talk.
Because listen, me and my wife literally sat in the room yesterday. She was on one side of the bed and I was on the other, and she looking at a video. I'm looking, and it was like that shit was depressing. It's depressing. Then you hear the stories of his character, his personality. It's depressing. You got to keep moving, Squeeze. You got to.
I
got to answer this call.
Go ahead.
This Mr. Leon. Hold on real quick.
For real?
Hey, Squeeze.
Yo.
What hurt me the most? I asked him one day, why you didn't come in the gym yesterday? He said, I had to watch my grandfather. That's all he said, but I didn't realize till after he died that his grandfather had a stroke. And I was like, oh, that's why he had to watch him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all rock, man. I'm done. I got stuff to do too, man.
All right, Squeeze. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, catch y'all tomorrow. Thanks for the fans. Love you guys. Keep each other in prayer, man. This ain't been easy for me.
Hey,
I apologize.
They prayed up, man. Top of the week to you.
All right, champ. Y'all. See y'all this week.
All right, champ. How you holding on, Josh?
Shit. Good. Better than yesterday. I tell people, I be needing this little stuff because the alone time and them late nights, that's when you really feel it.
Yeah.
But this type of stuff keep my mind off it. But shit, I just try to I was telling somebody I can't, my kids is so little, 5 to 7, so it's I could be sad. I did have to shut down my class Friday, but next week I can't go in there with that, letting it get to me too much, because I still gotta be strong for them. You still gotta put on a smile for them kids and try to be,
Yeah. So man, we raise kids in that gym, man, from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and some of them gone. It's like deja vu for me and Calvin, man. It's sad the world we live in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. And that's the
And
thing. I knew Jasmine for maybe a year and a half, like I know my whole life.
yeah, each and every one of them was like a huge blow to us, man. You know, but what's different about Red Man? He wasn't in the streets. He wasn't. He ain't had 1 foot in the street, 1 foot in the gym. He was coming from home, going to the gym, and vice versa. He wasn't.
It's fucked up because he said his words, not mine. I'm in his gym so I could be better than my mother and father. You see what I'm saying? Like that, and that's what that was Mr. Leon. He was calling me about telling me, yes, talking about Nikki and not doing too good. She still, you know what I mean? Like
it's gonna hurt for a while. We had another kid, Rock. He came, he wasn't in the street, but he was in a situation where he was protecting his sister.
Yeah.
You know, it hurt, man. But you can't question God, you know.
I'm not questioning, but I need answers, yo. Cause like just knowing that kid, man, and then like starting to hear his backstory of the people that he motivated, took care of, looked after. Like it's just you. These kids don't really understand the shit that they're doing and the people that affect, like the domino effect to you're not just hurting
the
one
whole
person.
Family. The whole family.
And like he had a family, then he has a boxing family, then he has friends and family. Like it's a lot to the picture when you think you just hurting one person.
And that's what they don't understand. It's nobody teaching them at home. They don't have no morals. They don't have no. Some people don't have no. They're not family oriented because they wasn't raised like that. So they don't understand at all. They have no clue. You know, because they go into a fucked up situation. So they think that's how it is for everybody. You know.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to. I try to keep moving, man. But then, like, I tried to post a video, Coach Josh. I don't know why it won't let me post it, but it won't let me post a video of him and Junior working out in the rain. But
even on the story or posting it?
Just trying to post it. I was trying to post it on. You remember you said post it on here? I was trying to post it. But just
I found a video of last night. I got it. I'm posted probably today. It's Calvin. They outside working out across in the post office parking lot. Yeah. Calvin, Red Man, like, hey y'all, this Red Man, y'all. I'm standing him. He next up. He work out hard. This Red and Calvin with Red Man, and it's like that shit is crazy.
Send me that.
Yeah,
but I think it's gonna take a while. Like, I always hear Coach Kenny and Coach Calvin talk about the fighters they lost and how they feel. And
yeah.
It's like, you always can tell a person, like, I feel what you're going through. No, you can't feel this right here because this motherfucker hurt. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a different type of pain. Like, you know what I mean? Especially like
you had one-on-one experience with the kid, man.
I would come home and he would be in my backyard playing with my son. You see what I'm saying? Like he's 17 years old coming to check on a 6-year-old, but they having a damn good time. You see what I'm saying?
Because they was family, man.
That was his big brother. You know what I mean? So like then they spent time at the pool during the summer. Like when I dropped him off to Jasmine and my mother, and they, you know what I mean? He with them if he ain't in the gym during the summertime. So it's like it's just, man, the shit just fucked up, man. It's fucked up. It's no way of it. But then like the head he lost it over a watch and some shoes, man, some bullshit. It's fucked up.
My thing is like, how they find out what it was over? Somebody had this.
That's why it's gonna hit the forefront under.
My mind, I was thinking is how the police found them. In my mind, so I just keep patting my mind. Found them in that.
They got the story.
No shoes, like.
No, they got the story of how it happened and what happened.
No, I know it's the story of how it happened, but I'm saying like it ain't. You could have put 2 and 2 together if you just how they found them too. You feel me? Suit on, no shoes, no watch. Like it just looked weird. So you'll start to go back. Oh, look at his pictures. Oh, he had this watch, his shoes.
Right.
It's like you could put 2 and 2 together without even a story coming out. So then when the story come out, it's like, oh, all right, that makes sense. But it was just like, I don't know. I wish I could have just talked to him that night. I had reposted him at prom because your sister tagged me in it, and he had laughed at it. It was like 11:30 something, and that's why I was like, I know he was still alive at that time. I wish I would have just hit him or something and asked about his whereabouts. But I talked to him the day before because he said he was coming down the gym to get the speaker, And then he was like, I'm going to the Airbnb after the prom. But I'm thinking of Airbnb, you know, I'm thinking out the county somewhere. Like, you know, I'm thinking high school, you know, party. Like, I'm not thinking, but I didn't even think, like, you know, we is in Baltimore, and like, you know, them parties can always go left. So I don't even think it was either one of his friends that went to school with him that been hating on him that told somebody that he was in there, or it was some other dudes that was already at the party that just seen them, you know. So
I don't know, you know.
yeah, it's just crazy. But somebody definitely was just hating on him and jealous.
Yo, listen, understand this, yo. One thing I learned about it was girls at that party, and somebody cared about Jasmine at that party. Somebody's gonna, I mean, if they know the story, they already know the people involved. You know what I mean? Like if they, I heard the story detailed. So like if you know what I mean, you know what's going on. They know what's going on. No matter the time, because like it's not too much you can do with that jewelry. Without nobody knowing, it's just a fucked up ass situation. To know a good ass kid that wasn't in the streets that was trying to change his life, pushing, dedicating himself to his craft, and you know it's fucked up.
Yeah, just keep it pushing for my man and just try to stay strong. Definitely, I mean, it get easy at the time, over time, but right now it's just. And I be trying to tell people I don't want to be selfish because I know that man got a mother, father, parents, he got family. We was just his extended family, and you see how we feel. You feel what I'm saying? So imagine how his direct, immediate family feel. So
you know, and this is what I was thinking about. Like you know, at a high, you know what I mean? Prom, that's a high. That's a monumental moment. They go from planning a prom to planning a funeral, man. Mentally, that's a lot.
yeah.
He just got his first job. He's really started that, you know. Kid was doing everything right.
And it's funny, like I could have accepted a little more if it was like he was out drinking, car accident. That's the first thing came to my mind. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the car accident. You know, prom night. But then to hear like the situation, that shit was like it just. I don't know. But like you say, don't question God. It just try to just.
Yeah, man. Hey, all I can say is Jasmine was a good person. Funny, man. Just thinking about them good times, man. Like, don't like, cause you know, we still got to get past one big moment. That's the funeral. You see what I'm saying? And that listen. I know that's gonna be rough. You see what I'm saying? So we got to start trying to build up the strength now to make sure we can get through that moment because, like you know,
You gotta have. Is any counseling coming in there for the kids?
they came through. They came through Friday. Friday.
Yeah, they came through Friday the very next day.
They might have to come again after the funeral if they go to the funeral. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think they're gonna have to, man. Cause like you know, I know my son is hurting. Like my son is hurting. My daughter is hurting. Like you know, cause he rocked with both of them. You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's like I said, I'm one way when it comes to emotions and shit, but like them, they are like more open to it. My son, I'm listening to what he's saying, and it's just like, you know what I mean? Like you left out the room, Josh. You left out the gym, and I stayed in there a little. I had to leave because it was
That's
hard.
why I left immediately. I couldn't do it.
It was hard for me, man. Like you know what I mean? I seen myself getting too vulnerable.
That's why I left immediately. I tried to, I just couldn't do it. Like it just don't seem real. Like even seeing the fit, like the posts, like Instagram posts, or just seeing this. When I seen this nigga, when I seen him on Murder Inc., that shit just really crushed me. Like you feel me?
Yeah.
It was like, damn, like it's like, I don't know, just be weird. Just be weird. But I always like shit. It could be me. You know, I think about me. Like we come on the avenue every day, the most dangerous place in Baltimore City.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Like you know, and you always say in your mind, "I'm good." You know what I mean? I'm good. I can go. You know what I mean? Like, but can't go everywhere.
Yeah.
And I think they got a half decent respect for the gym and that block around it. You know what I mean? It's not too much going on, even though it's still an avenue. You know what I mean? You can't stop everything, but I think for the most part, that gym they got a decent respect for it. You know what I mean? And it's just you just gotta pray, yo. You just gotta pray. That's all you can really do. Stay prayed up, man.
That's it. That's all you.
Yeah, but I gotta tell people we do our job in the gym. The kids still got to go out and live their life. Like we with the kids, but we not with them 24/7. Where we, you know, they still got to go to school. The gym closed on the weekend, so they still gotta, you know, live their life. And it's like we can only do but so much, and just try to install little things in them, you know, to just try to teach them right, like how to move. And
that's all you can do.
I know just this one situation with Jasmine. I know so many people and parents. Like I'm not like I'm gonna dress my kid up nice, but I'm not making sure they look too flashy or with jewelry and none of that stuff. Like you just gotta be learning lessons. And it's sad to even be like that on a special day when you supposed to get like your flyers, you know, like prom. You know, it's prom. You're supposed to dress up to, you know, to dress to impress, but you can't even do that in this city. So
it's what it is, man. Well, let's get ready to close out, man. Any closing arguments? Any closing arguments, Coach Josh?
Top of the week, man. I'm out.
No, man, I'm just really getting ready for these fights. I'm getting ready for New York. I'm excited to just be back in fight week mode. I'm ready just to see Miz, Stacy, Too Sharp, Tank, everybody fight the whole Upton gym. Just a blessing to see everybody fight on one card. So I'm just looking forward towards that and get ready to be back in the gym tomorrow.
Anything you got, Coach Kenny?
No, I'm good. At the top of the week, man, to everybody.
Man, thank you so much for your continued support. Thank you for being with us in these trying times, man. We hit 1 million views this week, 4,000 subscribers, man. Like we pushing, we going in the right direction, man. Like just thank y'all for your support, the memberships, the super chats, the super stickers. Thank y'all for helping us grow and blow this channel, man. Everybody try to have a good week, you know, and just pray for the family and the Upton family, man, because we really hurting and going through something right now. So, you know what I mean? Do something nice for somebody this week. Have a good week, man. Peace.
All right, Coach Kenny, Carrie G, y'all be safe.
All right, champ.
All right.